Hello guys, this is Weekly sNews, and as you know, we're talking about strange, stupid or silly news posted in British newspapers. A safety alert has been issued after an invasion of thousands of toxic caterpillars in seaside town in England. It sounds a bit like a beginning of an old trash horror movie, similar to these ones. Government warns people, stop touching hairy insects. Yes people, this is just gross. This was horrible. To be honest, I see these toxic caterpillars every day. A squirrel had to be rescued after getting stuck down the toilet in a student's house in South London. Do you think one of the students tried to use it as a toilet brush? I've been a student, I know it's not a coincidence. What was their story? Did they say that the squirrel came in, drank all their vodka and went to the toilet feeling sick? I wouldn't trust the students unless the squirrel had a nut and looked like that. Run away, you silly fools. An experiment in Arizona revealed that puppies are the cutest at the age of 8 weeks. Don't they have any other problems in Arizona? So what do you do for a living? I'm a scientist. Oh, you're smart. So what are you working on now? It's a secret, but lately I've been involved with a really cool experiments. Puppies are the cutest when they're 8 weeks old. Dung beetles are not very cute at any age. If you throw a cat out of the plane, it has only 8 lives left. Similar results with my mother-in-law, although she didn't have 9 lives. It's much easier to watch 50 Shades of Grey when you're high, making up ideas for experiments too. Buried cremated human remains from 4,000 years ago amazed experts in Cornwall because... nothing! That's the end of the story! What was so amazing about these human remains? Did the person have very large feet? Maybe they were amazed because he was cremated. Did they consider that the person had died in fire? Unless they found this kind of machine nearby. I'm not entirely sure what was so amazing about these remains. A really strange story and incomplete. Do they have an editor in this newspaper? A walker was wandering around the beach and found an old bag of crisps dated 1967. He then sold this bag of crisps on eBay for £600. Where has this bag of crisps been all this time? A time portal? Watch out for these guys nearby. The other question is simple. Who bought it and why? Imagine a guy with a middle-age crisis. I've got a house, I've got a car, jacuzzi, old bag of crisps? I'm getting it! A guy was caught when he was drink driving. His alcohol levels were several times higher than the limits. He blamed it on his
nicotine lozenges.
I kind of understand when people blame pills,
Nicotine lozenges.
sugar before their blood was measured, but I think it's a bit of a stupid idea to keep saying that if they found it was alcohol. Sir, were you drinking? No, my wife was. I was just sitting next to her. I was kidnapped by Russians. They made me to. No, I wasn't. My mouth was. Oh, sorry. What was your question? Do I have a beer? No, it's all this
Nicotine lozenges.
I mean, if I'm not smoking, what else is left? Daily drops of almost 10 tons of poo from hippos killing fish in River Mara in Africa. In the actual paper, US scientists say that over 5 years they found 9 dead fish killed by hippos' poo. Bloody hell, spending money on scientists who found 9 dead fish over 5 years? This is just brilliant! Right, you, I saw this hippo just did it. Go and weigh his crap. You, go and find that fish, ask it what was the cause of death. You, bring me an eye of a tiger. Well, I got no other task here. Guys, you just keep doing your good job. Humanity is counting on us. The most deadly animal. 9 victims. Suffocation. Death. An accident or a murder. Cold-blooded thriller. This summer. Hippo. A local news crew was filming a story outside of the house where police found 90 plants of cannabis and arrested a couple for growing them. As they were doing it, they saw a man walking next to this house carrying one of the plants of cannabis. As soon as he saw them, he escaped, not forgetting his beloved plant. What a stupid coincidence! They could have made a really good deal with him if they promised not to show the tape to anyone. But now he's kind of famous. You know how in movies they say that the criminal always returns to the crime scene? Exactly it. I think I know what kind of street this could be on. I think they need to check this house again. Remember the library we were talking about in the episode 1 of Weekly sNews? The one that wanted to get permission to sell alcohol? They finally got it. That's official. They now sell alcohol. This is going to be the happiest library in the world. If your friends say that you're a drunk, tell them that you changed pubs to a library. Let them think that you actually changed. This is going to be the first 18+ library. Next goal, getting prostitutes. A CCTV caught a guy putting his own underpants on his head and robbing a place. The funny thing about this story is the fact that the guy crashed into his own van as he was escaping because his underpants would not let him see properly. What a ridiculous moron. He's definitely joining the club of these guys.
Yeah, let me be the first one to say I should whoop your motherfucking ass going through my goddamn car.
If you find this video on the web, you will notice that the guy actually sniffed his own pants before putting them on. Right, well... Damn it! Well, this is good size. Oh my god! I better off finding a decent job. Listen to this. He was in the same clothes when arrested 3 weeks later at home in nearby Enfield. He admitted robbery and got 7 years jail. Please don't tell me he was wearing the same underpants. If he was, do not torture other prisoners, wash him first. Stinky little bugger. A dog owner took her dog to do an acupuncture because she felt the dog was depressed. After the treatment, she noticed that the dog was better. This topic is a bit strange, right? What happened to the traditional treatments? Sex, drugs, rock and roll. Did she try them first? It's not so easy to identify if your dog has depression or just pissed off with your ideas like acupuncture. I mean, did she discuss it with the dog first? What about psychologist? Some people say you feel relieved when you talk about your problems to a doctor. That's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please subscribe, like, and see you next week. Maybe not next week, it's so difficult to do everything on my own. See ya, guys.